So most of us already know that there's a lot of information about the number 7 being a spiritual number. But the thing I'm going to do today is to just give you a twist to how you can use the energy of the number 7 in your life. Okay, if you make jewelry with beads, one interesting thing you can do is to make jewelry with 7 beads. You know, like this is an earring that a rhodonite crystal earring that I have. So make jewelry with 7 beads. And what this means is that the wearer of the earring with 7 beads would have energy flowing upward from their earlobes to their brain. So it's going to be a very uplifting energy for the person who's wearing that piece of jewelry. So for those who are making spiritual creations, consider working with the energy of the number 7 in your creations, but just make sure that you're using the same or similar objects when you're using the number 7 to create. So if you're using beads, just make sure you're using beads alone, similar objects. If you're using crystals, just make sure there are 7 crystals. Don't mix metal and crystals. Make sure they're similar objects. Okay, another thing you can do with the energy of the number 7 is to add 7 to anything that you have already created, anything that you already have or anything that is already existing. This will cause the energy of the object or of the situation to flow in an elevated manner, which will be a very, very spiritually uplifting energy. It's so cool. So an example of how you would add the energy of the number 7 is, for example, if you have a 2-dimensional diagram, yeah, you can draw something like this. If you draw something like this, right, you would amplify it by 7 to give it a spiritual energy. This is how you work with it, either visually or through the use of the power of your hands, which are really energy transmitters. The final thing is when it comes to crystal grids. If you want to enhance the energy of any kind of symbol or any kind of tattoo that you have on your body that's spiritual, or any kind of shape that you use in your daily life, and if you want to use a crystal grid in particular, if you have 7 crystals, this is the shape of your grid. This is how it should look like to really, really amplify the spiritual energy of 7. For everyone else who has 7 similar objects to use on a grid, this is the shape to have. Look at this. Test it, practice, apply, prove it. And as you may already know, geometric shapes transfer energy and information through resonance. And then when you reach a kind of resonance with the grids that we have created, with the shapes that we have created, then we open up and we receive the information that comes forth from the energy of that specific shape. And the thing about that is once you understand that, enter into the energy and flow with that energy. And like I always say, when you enter into the mystery of those portals, you will never, never be the same. These things are powerful tools. So use them wisely and enjoy them physically, either in your space or on your body or in the atmosphere or in your consciousness. You can project that as well. And then see what happens. Remember, we are not talking numerology here. We are not talking mathematics here. We are talking shapes and their subtle esoteric energy. Okay, I love you guys, and I'll see you next time.